Hey everyone, I'm here with Kelly, and we're excited to have Miss Dani Felt with us today. And she's going to tell us all about music, her music career, her music entrepreneurship, her, what is it? You do artist development, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, cool. So, Dani, this is Kelly. I know you guys haven't met yet.
we have
Hi,
not.
Dani. Yeah, I've
Hi.
heard all about you though. Kimbra's got me really excited, both of us, to talk with you today. So
Yay.
Yep.
That's awesome.
So, I know you started off as a singer-songwriter from Philadelphia, right?
Yes, outside
Philly.
Philadelphia. Mhm.
Cool. And what made you come out to LA? You've been here for a while?
Actually, I'm in Nashville.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you moved to Nashville. You went LA via Nashville.
Yeah, it's all like the same. Um, well, it's a pretty woo-woo story. I don't know if you guys like woo-woo stuff, but it's pretty out there.
Yeah.
yeah,
We're always ready for
share.
woo woo.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, so it started because I came here for the CD Baby conference in Nashville a few years ago. Then I started watching the TV show Nashville and I became obsessed with Nashville. I don't know
Oh,
if you guys have
yeah.
seen it, but it's amazing. And I was
Yeah.
like, I need to like be in Nashville. And then I was at like this holistic fair and there was like there's different people there that channel. And so I found this woman that channeled people's spirits who actually passed away. And she told me that, like, I think it was her uncle or something that passed away that used to live in Nashville, that I should consider living in Nashville. It was like really weird. So I was like, that's so weird because I actually thought about moving to Nashville. She's like, yeah, like you should really, he really thinks you should move there. And it was funny because I was thinking about moving to Boston at that point. So it was like kind of a sign. And so I decided, okay, I'm going to come here for my birthday and record a song. And then I ended up finding, I ran into this girl that I haven't seen for 6 years, who's a singer songwriter that I met at the ASCAP Expo. And she happened to just move here like a month prior to me going there. And long story short, we ended up becoming roommates like a month later.
If you like our videos, go ahead and click on like and subscribe. We really appreciate it. Thanks.
So it was like, it was very like aligned.
There's this artist that I've just kind of gotten into, Sam Palladio. Is that how you say his last name? Sam Palladio. He was on Nashville, that TV show Nashville.
Oh, cool. Which
Yeah.
one did you play?
Sam Palladio. I don't
Who do you
know.
play? Yeah.
I never watched the show. Isn't that terrible? But he's on Rebel. He's on the show Rebel. That's how I got into him. And
Mm.
he was on Nashville. And I guess he is a recording artist too. And he records with his girlfriend, Cassandra.
Cool.
Anyway, I guess you don't know him.
I would know it if I knew the character. I just don't know,
Okay,
like,
I'll
the
look it
actual
up. I'll look it
names.
up. So I heard you just recorded a new single, right?
Yes, I did. I just recorded a new single, and yesterday we filmed the music video for it, and it was like my first like official like real video that I did, and it
Mhm.
was so much fun. And yeah, it was great. I was like, I love this. This is an amazing feeling, and being on camera, and it was amazing. Yeah.
What kind of style, what genre do you think, how would you describe it?
Um, it's like dark pop, so it's like very synthy and like dark and like dramatic, kind of like my old single Queen, but
Yeah, I saw
different.
Queen.
Yeah, so similar but different. And there's also a rapper in it, so that makes it different as well. We feature Lox, who's like an incredible rapper. So yeah, it's really fun.
Wow, that's great. I'm still looking up Sam
I looked it
Palladio.
up. He's Gunner Scott. He
Oh,
played
Gunnar
Gunner.
Scott.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
Gunnar.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a
Everybody
singer
on
too.
that show, like they're so good looking. They're very talented. They're
Oh yeah.
charisma. And yeah, that's a good show. Really good
Len
show.
and Stella also is like incredible. She's
Yeah.
doing a lot of stuff in Nashville, and
Yeah.
I want to meet her one day.
You guys see the time when Hayden Panettiere,
Hmm.
I don't know her character, but
Julia.
Yeah. Is it Julia? Anyway, she sang with Steven Tyler. She did that Patsy Cline song with Steven Tyler, and
Oh,
oh
okay.
my gosh,
Crazy?
he was
She
like
did
a
Crazy?
guest. Yeah, he was a guest on the show. So Anybody that's watching, look it up on YouTube. It's worth it. It was like really, really good.
So I looked up Sam's girlfriend. Her name is Cassidy Pope, and I guess she's really an upcoming, or she's been doing some stuff, right?
Yeah. I definitely know that name for sure.
Cool. So Kelly, the other way I know Dani is through, she does these sync nights, which are kind of cool. I thought maybe you could talk about them, the sync nights.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I created Sync Night. It's like once a month, I bring in different music supervisors and they talk to different artists, and artists paid to have their music critiqued. And it's extremely helpful because sync is very complicated. And there's a lot of different areas that you can kind of mess up in and make mistakes. And sometimes the supervisors can even just give advice on like creating different like breaks in the song, things like that. So it's just really helpful for them to get feedback and really hear in like real time, like what they can fix, like where their music belongs, all that kind of stuff.
And where does this happen? Is it online or is it live?
Yeah, I do everything on Zoom. There's usually like 10 to 11 people, different supervisors. I had Paul Stewart, who worked on Fast and Furious 2. I had Daryl Berg, who's the vice president of Crown Media, which is under Hallmark Channel. I just had Anastasia Brown, who's like huge in Nashville and has done a bunch of stuff like A&R.
How do people go about doing it? Like how could a musician contact you and maybe be a part of this?
Yeah, so I sell different tickets. So there's the $25 ticket, which is just like to attend, the $50 ticket, which is actually to play your song and get critiqued in real time, and then a $100 ticket, which is to get your song critiqued, but then also to do a 30-minute call with the supervisor. It's for people that really want in-depth information and to show them like multiple songs and be like, okay, cool, here's my catalog. What do you think is the best song? Like, what's my strongest song? What's my weakest song? What should I focus on? What kind of libraries? Like any kind of questions they have. Because with the events, it's usually just like 1 or 2 questions because it's like an hour-and-a-half event. So they don't have like time to ask like a lot of questions. But if they're talking for like 30 minutes, you know, they could prepare like 10 questions and get like, because there's just so many different things to know about sync. So yeah.
Yeah, it's like private coaching then.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, it's exactly private coaching. Yeah.
I was telling Kelly that I saw some of your Facebook posts and you were like being really vulnerable and honest about being rejected a couple times for something, and it kind of motivated you to start some of these things you're doing. Is that right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, as an artist, there's rejection is just part of it, you know, and that's not a reason to not do it. And I also believe that there's someone for everyone. So like there's different companies for the different artists, and you just have to keep putting yourself out there and trying and seeing what works. And if you get rejected, that's okay. You know, there's more people out there, and you just got to keep going and going and going and going and going until you find the right match.
Yeah. Great attitude.
You have to be that way, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We can't take it so personal because it's like music is so subjective anyway, and we all have our own taste. And like, you know, just because I don't like somebody's music doesn't mean it's not good to other people. You know, it's like everyone kind of resonates with their own flavor of things. So it's like you just have to be like, okay, cool. Like I got rejected from this company. I'm grateful that they are honest with me. They're not going to waste my time and take me on as a client if they don't believe in me, because that's actually worse, you know. And you know, everyone has their match, so you just have to have faith and keep going. Just keep going.
That's great advice. As a life coach, I always tell my people that come to me for advice or answers, or really it's just guidance. Even in a relationship, you know, don't stay in a place where it doesn't fit you. You wouldn't wear clothes that are too big or too small. So find your match, find what in employment, in the artistic world. So that's a really good message. That's really important to give people the encouragement to keep going until they find their fit, find where they belong, their match.
That's there's just so many different like options, you know, like there's so many different sync libraries, there's so many different labels, there's so many different managers, there's so many different producers. It's like not everyone is going to click, not everyone is meant to work together, and like that's okay, you know, but personally, I'm very spiritual. So I also try to ask my guides, like, show me who to work with, show me my soulmate clients, like, show me the interviews that I need to go find. I literally, like, my roommate taught me that you can pray to PR angels. And so I prayed to my PR angels. And then I got asked to do like so many interviews, like all in a month. It was really cool.
Yeah, prayer is just like manifestation. I mean, that's where,
absolutely.
The religious and spiritual worlds get confused. Because some people think you have to be religious to be spiritual, but that's not really true. I always say a spiritual relationship is a more direct communication with the higher power or God.
Yeah.
So yeah, you pray, prayer works. Prayer is affirmation. So
for sure. And like that I do. I mean, I pray for like finding the right opportunities for my highest good. I always say for my highest good. Because you can find the opportunities, but they're not necessarily for your highest good. They don't necessarily like, they might give you a great opportunity, but they might not have your best interest, and they might not be the best match, or they might only care about money, and so it's just about like finding the right people and team and all of it.
Where you can be your best, where you can blossom and be the
they
best
love you for like your talent and who you are as an artist and a person, and not just like, they don't want to necessarily change you, although that's like harder with major labels, because I know with like, they kind of want you to have a certain image. So it really depends on your goals, if you're independent or major, it definitely depends.
Now, Dani, now that I know that you're in Nashville, I want to know, are you gigging? Are you playing out not this last year, but are you going to?
So I actually am throwing my first release party for my music video in July 24th. And so I'm going to do a 5-song set for the first time in like, I think like at least a year. So that will be a really good experience. And then maybe do more, but it hasn't ever been something I've done a lot of. I've definitely mostly stayed in studios and writing and kind of like that. But I wanted to do it and just put myself out there, and I'm creating like this networking experience just because like I miss all my friends and I just want to bring everyone together. So it'll be just a good excuse to like see everybody.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where will it be?
It's going to be at my friend's recording studio. I can't think of the name right now. His name is Zach Jablow. I think it's called like the Fox Studio or something. It's like in East Nashville.
Okay.
But you're going to put something on Facebook. Are you going to make it like a Facebook Live thing, or?
That's a really good question. I really didn't think about that, but that is definitely a possibility to like live stream it.
Yeah. That's the way to go. Kelly and I always say we're going to do that. We haven't done it yet.
One of these days. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, live streaming is amazing. It didn't even cross my mind, but yeah, I should think about that.
So now you're this musical entrepreneur. Out of all the stuff that you do, what resonates with you the most, or is it everything?
Coaching, for sure.
Really?
I mean, besides being an artist, like life coaching. Yeah. I love talking to people, and like, I'm a very intuitive human. And so I can understand people's blocks really, really fast. And like, I can recognize when people are saying limiting beliefs about money, about success. I can tell when people are kind of more giving themselves like talking about excuses out loud. I can like tell they're actually scared of their own success. I'm like, why haven't you done this? Well, I don't know. I'm like, are you scared? Like, are you scared of failing? Are you scared of success? Are you scared of putting yourself out there? Are you scared of being vulnerable? Do you feel like you actually can't do this because you're older and it's like too late? There's just like all these limiting beliefs we have. And so I like to recognize those and help people realize them so they can start shifting them. And I also teach people about tapping. Do you guys know about EFT, emotional freedom technique?
Mm-hmm.
I've heard of it. I've seen a little bit of it online, but haven't done.
EFT is like super powerful. You like tap on different points and basically you talk out loud about like whatever you're feeling. So I teach people about like self-hate tapping. So like, I'm so angry at myself, like, or I'm so scared about being successful. Like, what if people judge me? What if I make all this money and everyone tries to take it from me? And any kind of limiting beliefs you have, you just tap through them and it starts like shifting them. Like it shifts your subconscious and it like shifts the energy. So anytime I'm in a situation where I'm like, I don't know, like upset about something, like I'll start tapping on it. And then like I'll get a text from someone, or like something will like switch, or like the energy will switch. So it's like, it's really powerful.
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I know that I've never heard of that before. So it'll be interesting to, share this with everyone, because I bet a lot of people haven't heard
Yeah.
about it.
It's like not online, like EFT work is like online, but like the way that we teach it is like me and my coaches, like it's not really available publicly. So we just keep talking about it and like educating people, because it's like when you do it, when you're like really, when it's like raw and it's not just like, I'm sad. When it's like, I'm really angry about blah, blah, blah. And why is this happening? And why am I the victim? Why am I always the victim? And it's usually like something to do with like something in your past, and it's like, why is this person triggering me? It's nothing to do with them. It has to do with, well, when I was 12, this person always did this. And it's bringing this up, and it makes me feel disrespected. So every time people do X, it's because of this when I was a kid, that I still feel disrespected. And then when you like start tapping on it, you'll like, yeah, it helps a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess I should probably try that once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all need
We
to
can
be
do it right
doing
now
some
if you
tapping.
want to experience it. It's really cool.
Getting back to your song, I just wanted to ask you
Mhm.
about your new song. Is it similar to Queen, that song Queen that I saw of yours?
It's like synthy. It's like, man, I'm not good at I'm gonna have to get better at describing this, because like I don't know how to describe it, but it's like dark, it's like synthy, it's like electronic. It is similar to Queen, but it's not the same. It's called Unapologetic.
Okay.
And the reason that I originally wrote it was because I was tapping online, and I posted this video on Facebook of me showing self-hate tapping.
Mm.
It was pretty intense. And I got text messages from like my mom, my brother, my sister, my aunt, all within like the same day. Are you okay? Take that video down. What are you doing? You can't show this side of yourself. You're too pretty to do this. And I just got really pissed off, because I was like, do I not have the freedom to post what I want and express myself and teach people to like be vulnerable, and that it's okay to like be mad at yourself, and that it's okay to like do this, and this actually helps? I was really angry. And so I went in my bathtub and I just had a voice memo, and I started singing about like F being perfect, like I'm going to be dirty. I'm going to be messy. I'm going to mess things up. I'm going to just like be bad ASS. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just going to do whatever I want and live my life. And yeah, the song's called Unapologetic, because it's just about like tired of people messing with you, tired of people telling you what to do, tired of being the nice person that everyone just like takes advantage of, and like, don't F with me is like
Right.
the message.
You have me wanting to hear this song now, Dani, because I relate.
Don't
I
F
was
with
always-
Kelly.
Well, not so much
Yeah.
that, but I was always trying to be the perfect person and
Right.
get good grades and do the right thing. And we've talked a little bit about it. And then as I evolved as a human being and started seeing the phoniness, and I started seeing it in other people before I saw it in myself. And then of course it's a reflection, and you're like, well, I'm just as phony as all those people. I'm just, every critique that I have of other people, I've probably experienced myself. But to become fully evolved human beings, to be all that we are, we have to stop trying to be phony. It's phoniness. It's, that
we're not perfect.
It's not genuine. And it's okay. I always tell people, it's okay to make a mistake. It's okay to lash out. It's okay. Just remember to apologize. Like, instead of waiting for others to apologize to you, why don't you go out and give the apologies that you owe to people? And it's so healing, because the human experience is not perfect. We're not perfect people. And I've also found another pet peeve of mine is the people that are always the nicest people are the ones that they would never defend you when you're not around, because they are phony. They don't want people to not like them. That's why they're always nice, because they want everybody to like them.
Yeah. And I feel like I identify with that for sure.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Well, I think a lot of people have done that.
Yeah.
We always want people
We're all
to like us.
Yeah. We just want everyone to love us.
Perpetrators, or we want to be liked.
Yeah.
And, the best way to be liked is just to let people walk all over you and not defend anyone else, and just let everybody be even the bad, bad parts of other people. And I'm a big proponent of us calling each other out when we're out of line, because I know, there's been times when people let me get away with stuff that I should not have gotten away with, and I would have evolved quicker. It had somebody said, no, that's not right. You shouldn't treat people like that.
And communication, like, I feel like I'm learning a lot about communication, because it's actually really hard. Like, to get on the same wave as people and like understand what exactly someone's actually saying versus like what we think they're saying is usually like totally different.
And even before that, just the listening, it's like so many people don't even listen when you're talking because they're so waiting to say what they're going to say, instead of like taking a beat and listening,
Well, that's all. We learned that in acting training.
Right.
You have to respond. You have to listen. That's number one.
Yeah.
That's hard too.
What's that?
That's hard too.
Yeah.
Like, for sure.
Because I have friends that do that a lot. They interrupt me when I'm talking and I get real frustrated. And then I go, I'm still talking. But
I'm a big interrupter, not because I'm afraid I'm going to forget what I have to say.
That's what they always say.
My memory, I'm losing my memory. And if I don't, I literally have to like keep paper there and write it down. And I forget.
I'll totally forget like 5 seconds later. Like, I don't even know what I was going to say.
I know. But also segueing back to your Queen song, I just wanted to say you're also into the female empowerment, which is really cool, which I like a lot too,
Yes. I just want every song to empower people and like wake people up and make people feel something. And I think the song Unapologetic is just going to make people feel like empowered to like stand up for themselves and like have respect for themselves and not let people mess with them, because I was also like bullied a lot when I was younger. And I feel like that also connects to this, but like, even now, like, because I've connected with so many people, I feel like it's so easy for so many artists to just like try to take advantage of all the people I know and just like, just take advantage constantly and not pay for things and just be like, hey, I have a million questions for you. I'm just gonna keep asking you all these questions and email you for days and like, and like take my time. And I'm like, how do I like charge for this? Because this is like a lot of work. So yeah, I mean, it's just important to value yourself and to not let people take advantage of you and to not be too nice, because when you are too nice, people absolutely take advantage. And like,
that's true. And also you made a good point, because in the music business, it's so hard to make money. So it's good that you're like putting value on your time and, that people need to respect your time,
Yeah.
Well, your time, your talent, your knowledge, what you're sharing with people, there is value in that. And you're really helping people. So I'm sure they're very appreciative that you've done that. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Can you give us a couple of lines from the song that you would have an impact, that give us a little bit of hint of what it's about? Or
I have to like try to remember the lyrics because I like worked on the video yesterday and was like singing them nonstop. When you break your promises day in and day out, you will lose all my respect and tarnish my clout. So basically, like, if you disrespect me, you're screwing my reputation over, and I'm never going to forget that. And I'm never going to work with you again. And that's definitely related to like the music industry for sure.
Yeah, there's a lesson there. That's a good lesson. Yeah.
Well,
so that's a line.
I'm sorry to say that we're running out of time, believe it or not. And I wanted to ask you, Dani, what's next for you, besides the live performance that you're going to be doing?
That's a great question.
What's next?
Well, I mean, we're working on our TV show. We edited the pilot. We're waiting for it to be done being edited. And once it is, we're going to look for investors and pitch that. And it's all about songwriters, and it's really cool. And I'm so excited to like show it to everyone once it's done. So
that's
great. That will be next. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really excited.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, we're going to have all your links below the podcast so people can find out about the sync nights and
that'd be awesome.
And when you're performing and coaching,
Yeah. Yeah. Anyone needs coaching, like I'd love to help you for sure.
Well, thank you so much, Dani. I really appreciate you being here today. And
Yeah,
I'm sure I'll be seeing you soon.
absolutely. It'd be
Thanks,
awesome.
Dani. It's been a pleasure
Yeah.
to get to know you. You're much more than a musical talent.
Yeah,
So
that's
Yeah.
true.
really, really nice to share a little bit of your magic. Thanks.
Thank you. It was awesome meeting you guys.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.